Now, when you think about the word Goa, I am very sure things like party vibes or peaceful beach views or lovely Goan roads or even Portuguese architecture, these things come to your mind. But for motoring journalists like myself, we also have Goa associated with driving new cars and getting you meaningful content. Last week, it was the Renault Kiger, and this time around, the gorgeous and the sexy Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now, I'm gonna warn you, this is not your typical review where I talk about the exteriors. देखिए इसकी grill कैसी है और the interiors, क्या material इस्तेमाल करा गया है. But this video is all about telling you my driving experience with the A-Class. So if you're in the market with approximately 40 lakh rupees in your pocket or you're interested about the A-Limo, well, this video is meant for you. Today is the 26th of Feb. The video will go live on the 1st of March. Bookings for the A-Limo are open in India. Official launch is going to be on the 25th of March for all the 3 engine options, including the potent, powerful AMG version. You also have a fantastic segment first 8-year warranty on the A-Class as standard. The rivals for this include the BMW 2 Series and of course, in the same price, not a sedan, but the Audi Q2. It's time finally now for me to get behind the driver's seat, behind the steering wheel, to give you my impression of this car. So first of all, the engine options, you have 3 engine options over here, 2 petrol and 1 diesel. So that makes this the car with the max number of options in the segment. I'm driving the diesel right now, but I'll talk about the petrol first. You have 1.3 turbocharged petrol unit. Don't go on the engine capacity because the power and torque figures are fantastic. It's mated to a 7-speed automatic and a clean run of 0 to 100 in just over 8 seconds. It's also the most fuel efficient car in the segment, the petrol one. The other petrol is the AMG one, the A35, that gets launched as well on the 25th of March. That's bonkers in terms of performance. Unfortunately, we haven't driven the car, the A35 AMG on the drive. But yeah, the kind of power and torque it has, 0 to 100 in less than 5 seconds. Of course, power goes to all the 4 wheels. It's a 4MATIC. The talking point is the diesel. 2000cc turbocharged unit. The power and torque figures are on your screen right now. It's made it to an 8-speed automatic. Remember, 7 on the petrol but 8 on the diesel. Again, class leading economy of over 20 kmpl. And the way it performs, well, I don't see why people will not go for the diesel. It's efficient, and when you want to have fun with the car, it delivers. The kind of chirping of the wheels, for example, I haven't seen in the segment at this price so easily. So yeah, diesel is the one I would pick.
I also did a quick 0 to 100 acceleration run using my GPS logger, coming up on your screen.
NVS levels are sorted. Remember, this one has the world's lowest coefficient of drag, 0.22, and the faster you go, sometimes wind noise picks up, but not in this case. On the inside, you just can't make out it's a diesel engine until you start revving it. For example, if I downshift, let me use the paddle shifters. If I downshift, I'm currently at 3,400 RPM, 3,600 RPM, 4,000 RPM, and now you can make out it's a diesel. But in a normal driving scenario, you just can't make out it's a diesel unit. No vibrations filtering into the cabin from nowhere. So yeah, NVS levels are sorted. Performance just over 8 seconds to 100. In fact, it's 0.1 seconds quicker than the petrol as well. So yeah, for diesel lovers, this is the icing on the cake. Performance, fuel economy, NVH levels, they are sorted. Of course, you get the normal suite of Merc driving modes, your normal eco, sport and individual. So that is taken care of. Uh, Apart from this, if you ask me, on the ride quality front, it's got the tallest side profile in the segment on the wheels, and that doesn't lead to the ride being over cushiony or wallowing. It's, for me, it's perfectly comfortable with a hint of firmness, and this firmness is required when you want to enjoy the A-Class over a set of winding twisties. That is where this firmness comes into play. Of course, if when I'm alone in the car for potholes, I do need to slow down. Don't get me wrong, it's not got to do with the ground clearance, but you do feel the potholes. So, but with a couple of passengers more on board, the ride becomes unmatchable with the unbeatable compromise of ride and handling factor. But yeah, as of now, we did have our share of we were shooting off the road, as you can see in some drone shots, and getting there had no issues because ground clearance for India is raised. So if you have this question that you are not opting for a SUV but going for a sedan, don't worry, the ground clearance is sorted. In fact, yesterday, driving into the hotel, I saw some media friends, 3 on board, taking huge potholes in North Goa, and the speed breakers, the car didn't touch the underbelly, so that is sorted. On the steering front, I'm not a big fan of the ones that are overly weight or heavy. I want the steering to be as light as possible, especially at parking speeds and city usage. And in this regard, mostly all Mercedes models in India, they deliver. Of course, as an owner, when you want to enjoy their car, no two ways about it. In the limited time we had in the morning, I did go over a set of corners and twisties in a spirited manner, and it didn't give me a reason to complain. I was not in the sport mode, I was still in the normal mode, and I'm sure in the sport mode it will become even better. One thing I really want to mention is that the visibility factor is fantastic. I had a few GoPro shots with the GoPro attached over here on the sunroof, and you can make out the amount of glass area on the inside. Yes, it does mean the AC has to work overtime, but the huge glass area simply adds to the airy feel. And B, even for short drivers, you don't feel hammered in. Sometimes people have this question that they might be having a SUV, or they want to go for a SUV but they are opting for the sedan. Will they feel hammered in? Will it be difficult in traffic? Any blind spots? Nothing to worry about. In my driving position right now, even the outside mirrors are not creating a blind spot. I have a good gap over here to see what's happening in traffic. I am sitting upright. Visibility is fantastic. So this thing is very, very crucial for a sedan in India. I think A-Class delivers on that account. Now I know this video is about the review from a driver's perspective, but I need to make a few things clear. Now the front seat, it's comfortable for a person of my frame, my size and my health. No two ways about it. But even at the back, if I position the front seat for my height and my driving posture, look at this. I have a good 3 to 4 inches of knee room left over here. So this means that if you have 2 tall, well-fed adults sitting back to back in the A-Class, it is very much possible. Plus, look at this. The amount of space over here, my head is not touching the roof. Now this is something that people face in entry-level luxury cars, but in the case of the A-Class, 4 people, 4 adults, healthy like me, they can be in the A-Class without a worry in the world.
Do note that Mercedes-Benz will sell the A-Class in only one version of Progressive, the fully loaded trim.
Now people are talking about that the boot space of the A-Class is not substantial. On paper it is approximately 400 liters, depending upon which one you pick, the petrol or the diesel. But I want to show you the actual practical storage space. Remember, the space saver is in the cars that you will buy will not be here, it will go under this one. So the whole space will be to you. But to showcase the practical storage space, I'm leaving this right over here. Up next is going to be a mid-size suitcase which comes in over here. Then is my substantially big night stroller which goes over here, and next is Julian's substantially big camera bag which goes over here. I'm still sure we have enough space left to keep you happy and impressed, and to show you that the boot space of the A-Class is not small or limited by any standards. And that brings us to the end of the video. Now, as of now, while I'm doing the review of the car, pricing is not out, but I believe there's going to be a substantial 10 to 11 lakh rupee difference between this one, the A class, and the next one, the C class. Remember, this one is a replacement for the old A class which used to come, as well as the CLA as well. It's a stepping stone for people into the family of Mercedes-Benz. As of now, from a typical customer point of view, I think this one ticks all the right boxes. I'm really happy with the diesel. It looks wow, the interiors are nice, full safety kit from Mercedes-Benz, so the entire driving pleasure remains, and I'm very impressed with the extra amount of headroom which is essential for people like me at the back. This is my review of the A-Class.